Welcome back to the channel. In this edition, we're going to be looking at the Ibanez Tube Screamer, just in case you missed it. So what's it all about? Now, I've never owned one until around about now, and we're going to have a look at it today and see what this little device is all about. And like we said, if you've missed it, this is the show for you today. Today we've got Raphael back with us again. So, hi Raphael.
Here I am back. But this time to learn. This time I'm here.
Fantastic. Okay, so I have just over here a bag.
A bag.
A bag. So here we go. Have a look at this, Raphael, and let me know what you think.
I've always wanted to have a bag from this market.
I couldn't find anything better than a Spar bag.
So we got Ibanez or Ibanez, like the Spanish say, I think.
It is a Spanish name, isn't it, Ibanez? Yeah, it's a Spanish name.
Tube Screamer Overdrive Pro. It's the Pro version.
That's it.
Like the iPhones.
Yeah.
So, first we got here a headphone jack.
Yeah, now the interesting thing about those is that if you're like me, guys, I bought my Tube Screamer from a UK dealership this last year, so I've never owned one, to be honest, and I've seen them online on eBay and places like that, and quite often the little power lead will be missing. And as you can see, Raphael's going through the box now as we speak.
We have an owner's manual.
Yep.
I'm sure that everyone reads it to get the best tone.
Well, that's it. And I've read that owner's manual today, guys. And to be honest, there's not a right lot in it other than you've got a tone knob, you've got a level knob, and you've got a gain knob, you've got a battery indicator light, and you've got the switch. And they just tell you how to connect it up. There's nothing in the manual to do with basically shaping tone or preset go-to tones and things like that. So.
19 pounds. This is something else. This is no, because the person that bought this bought more pedals at the time. So
yes, right. So what that is, and I've not seen that for a bit. That is actually the receipt from the previous owner of this pedal, who paid. How much did they pay for it?
£154.
£154, and that was.
In a date, it was
2 years ago. That was so they've obviously bought it 2 years ago for that amount of money. They've not wanted it for whatever reason. I've bought it from a UK dealership as a used item, and I paid £99 for it.
20th of January 22.
20, right? Okay, so. Now, what I would say, guys, is this Tube Screamer in this little sort of bag here. Just describe to me what the condition is, Raphael, when you get it out.
So, what's that program that the Brits love about used antiques and stuff that you look and they make like this really interesting?
Oh, Antiques Roadshow.
I think that's it. I don't watch TV. I'm not a native. I just see the people looking at it at hairdressers. So looking at it, I can tell that it's in pristine condition. It have all the bits that you'd expect, and even it's solid. It does have Velcro. Was it your work or was it?
I've actually put the Velcro on it, and I'm just going to let you into a little bit of a secret. Even though we're just taking it out of the box, I've got to tell you, I have used it live in November this last year.
Sham!
So I have used it live. But having said that, though, the whole purpose of this video is really just to illustrate what a Tube Screamer is and what it can do for us. And as you can see, the condition is absolutely pristine, and I think I've saved a bucket load of cash on that one as opposed to buying new. I think you're looking at around about £150 to about £170, depending on where you buy them from. If you wanted to buy an original one from the late 1970s, I think they're made in 1979 to 1981, the original TS808s, and you're looking at a good few £1,000 for one of those at the minute.
And this one is made in Japan?
Made in Japan. It's made in Japan. So what our intentions are today is to put that Tube Screamer on the pedal board. We've got the Laney L20H amplifier all wired up and ready to go. We're going to put it on the pedal board. It's going to go into the amplifier at the front end of the amplifier, into a clean channel. We're going to put it into the dirty channel, which is set up on the edge of breakup. And if we get a chance before the end of the video, We're going to put it into the effects loop so you can look at what it does for you in terms of a transparent boost if you wanted to do some lead guitar tones. Now, one interesting thing that I did realise about this pedal was, I was doing my research today, was that these pedals came out in late 1970s as a result of transistor amplifiers for guitars sounding absolutely dreadful, absolutely appalling.
All right.
And that is why Ibanez, along with another company, basically developed these.
Was it Maxon?
As Maxon, you are right. It was a company called Maxon. And what they wanted to do was basically give you the rich, juicy tube tones or valve tones of a traditional amplifier in the old sense, but in the modern sense at that time of going through a transistor-based amplification system. And that's basically how they came about.
And did it work?
I don't know. I've no idea.
You could have read and it did make it sound really like a tube thing, or it was actually just highlighted all the worst characteristics of transistor amps.
I've absolutely no idea, but if it's good enough for Stevie Ray Vaughan, if it's good enough for, say, Nile Rodgers, and you've got the Edge, and you've got various... Everybody's used them.
At some point.
Except for you and I, apparently.
Exactly.
And if you're watching this, probably yourselves. So if you've got any questions, guys, about this kind of pedal or any others, drop it in the comments below. We'll always try and answer them for you. So without any further delay, shall we get this on the pedal board and we'll start getting some tones going. Right, so we're back, ladies and gents. We've got the Les Paul, we've got the Custom Shop Strat, we've got the Tube Screamer now on the pedal board. We're going into the clean channel on the Laney Lionheart amplification system, which is just over there. And right, so we've set the actual controls to the Tube Screamer to midday on the level, the drive, and also the tone. So do you want to have a little bit of a play?
Yeah.
And just see what you think?
Clean the Lionheart, which is an amp that I've been curious about for a while.
Yeah.
I think this is an E, actually. I worked out this the other day. Yeah, sounds really good. Very clean. Shall we see what the pedal sounds like?
Yeah, okay. So if you want to just if I switch it on for you, so if we go for that, so you're on.
It does have that almost what people often associate with Dumble.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
And that's it, no more. For more you have to pay for the subscription.
Okay, so we've got the controls at midday at the minute. So what are your thoughts on the tone? So you've gone from the clean channel now to the Tube Screamer, sort of giving it a bit of dirt. So what are your thoughts on it at the minute?
So without having the preconceived notions that we always hear that it's mid-humped and everything, I'm trying to listen to it, and it's not, there's not a big volume increase when you turn it on. It does have that mid-overdrive tone to it.
Yep.
So it's not like a fat, it's not something that you turn on, it's like fat, but it sounds a very cutting sound, like that would really work well in a mix.
Yeah. So one thing that I did find about this pedal compared to the pedals that replaced it 2 years later, which is the TS9, is that the subsequent pedals all sound a little bit more top-endy, whereas they sounded a little bit more warmer.
All right.
And for me, that's why I pulled this guitar out today, with it having the Texas Special pickups on it. It can sound bright, and I think that's why people like Stevie Ray Vaughan did use these to basically just take that harshness off and just give you a bit of a fuller tone is what I understand it to be at the minute. So okay, so let's have a look at some tones on here. So what I'll do is I'll alter the tone control.
All right.
While you do a little bit of playing.
Sure.
We'll see what we can get out of it. So
so.
Okay, so what I did do then, I moved the tone control over to around about sort of 3 o'clock on the dial there, and as you're playing, I moved it back to around about 9 o'clock. So what we'll do is we'll turn the tone right up to max, and just see what that does now. You're on the middle position on the guitar. So
I'm in the middle, yes.
that's it.
So, I don't know. So, what am I doing? Neck would be.
Okay, so we'll move it back to, we'll go back to its first position on the clock, which is around about position 1 on the tone control. So if you want to play that again, similar kind of thing again, flicking between your pickup selections.
So the last thing that I played was on the bridge, so I'm just going to play again on the bridge while it's still fresh. A bit more muted, isn't it?
That's a lot warmer, isn't it? Yeah.
And then on the neck.
Now on the neck position, that almost sounds jazzy, like a jazz guitar.
But middle.
Okay, so we've gone from two extremes there on the tone control. So where would you sort of put
more
yourself
towards
now? Yeah, do you want to change that?
Maybe a bit more towards the brighter side of
So
things.
roughly about sort of 2 o'clock on the
I like the middle sometimes because it sort of gives you the option to go darker or brighter.
Yes.
So it's like a good measure to see where it goes. So if it was on the neck.
That sounds nice. I quite like the sound of that. That does sound well. So in terms of, obviously we've got the tone where you want it now. In terms of, say, for example, we've got the level yet to look at, and then the drive control. I mean, it's sort of, we're not clean, but we're not full dirty. And the reason why they designed this pedal as well is to basically work with your guitar tone and the amplifier you've got to maintain your tonal integrity of your instrument in your amplifier. So the richness should still be there, rather than basically pulling it to bits and destroying that tone. So that's my understanding of what the Tube Screamer offers you. You should be able to get your dynamic range of tone from anywhere that pedal has its control settings. Okay, so let's have a look at drive. So at the minute you're at 12 o'clock noon on the drive. So if we back it off now, so you want to do a little bit, we'll go back to 9 o'clock in the morning for the overdrive. Okay, so we'll just knock the pedal off, try it that clean. Okay, we'll put it back on.
Sorry, I thought you...
no, it's fine. So we're back in. Okay. So if you want to play that again now. Okay, so that's on the bridge position. That sounds nice. There's just a nice little bit of drive to that. It's not heavily overdriven. We've got the top end still within the mix. That's sounding pretty good. So if you want to try that riff again, we'll go up to 3 p.m. So we're taking this a little bit extreme, guys, at the minute. That is sounding better than I thought it would. What are your thoughts with that?
It is definitely more saturated.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe if I was doing maybe here.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I was getting from that was, even though it's like you mentioned saturated, I could still hear the top end coming through. So, and I think that in the world of overdriving gain, sometimes your overdriving gain stages can compress and mush your tone.
Got it.
Where sometimes you can't be heard in the mix of a band.
Yeah, no, that with that in mind. So yeah, it's still the notes. There's like I know what you mean, like a certain clear path. It's not.
That's it. It's all, yeah. You've still got more dirt there.
Yeah.
But you've still got a little bit of transparency at the top
That's
end.
it.
So if
You know
we're
what
going
it reminds me of? Sorry to interrupt, but when especially bass player effects have these, or bass guitar effects, that has a parallel path where one is distorted and the other one is clean. So
Yeah.
you keep there's always a little bit of the clean signal. It reminds me that since there is that little transparency, like you mentioned, it doesn't.
Okay, so what I want to do now is just max the drive out. So just a reminder, guys, we're on the clean channel at the minute on the amplifier. So all the gain stages you're hearing is being produced by the pedal itself. So if I put the drive up to maximum, because you guys will want to hear what it does.
On this, on this poppy chord progression.
Let's have a look.
Maybe not bend the neck on your guitar. Yeah. That costs.
I'll tell you what. Even though we've got the drive up at maximum, the maximum it possibly go to, it still doesn't sound too bad. It's still getting the top end. The middle sort of range is it's all gone a little bit sort of warmer, a bit more fuzzier and stuff.
But it's
still
not
got the top
that
end.
Sort of it's not distortion.
That's it, yeah. I think that's pretty good, that. So where would you have that set in terms of the drives? If that was you now playing that guitar?
So, I think I would have it way back, just to give it a little bit extra.
Okay, so you've put it back now to around about 11 o'clock on the dial.
So it's still not much clean, but we just it will show through the mix. Yeah.
That does sound nice. Guys, like I said, I've not really used this pedal since I've had it. I used it at one gig. I used it with that guitar just to basically round the tone off just a little bit. Didn't really spend a lot of time setting it up. But so far, what I've heard on the pedal board today has been, I'm quite impressed with it. I think I've been converted, to be honest.
You might take it out.
I think I have. I've been converted. Okay, so in terms of that's going into the clean channel. Can we try that with the Les Paul?
Yeah, of course.
So let's have a quick look at that. I'll just isolate that. So let's do a quick swap over. Right, okay, guys. So we've got the Les Paul. We've got it plugged in. It's on the pedal board. It's all been tuned up. We're on the clean channel on the amplifier. The pedal switched off. Just get a few sort of quick tones from it. All the controls are up at the minute. So. So the tube scream at the minute, all the dials are set to midday. So if you give that a press, there we go. Oh, that sounds a bit. That sounds quite nice. I think so.
I like it.
Yeah, I think I could do something with that. So. That sounds quite nice, that. So could we take a little bit of...
So the tone, tone, basically.
So if we go back to that... Okay, so that's now at 10 o'clock on the tone control.
No, a bit over in the middle.
Around about 2 o'clock.
It almost gives it the volume, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's brightened it up, hasn't it? That immediately. Could we bring that back to around about 4 o'clock on there?
4 o'clock. You're making me think of watches that I only use digital. I don't have it.
That's it. Yeah, just
4
a bit further up.
o'clock.
That's it. There we go.
It's here.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Yes, I like that. So could we...
Go on the overdrive?
Yeah, could we back that off? Let's have a listen to that. So we've got a bit going on. That in itself sounds great.
No, like 10.
I now understand why Kirk Hammett uses one of these in Metallica, and he's bought Peter Green's guitar a few years ago. So yeah, that sounds absolute killer.
The player does help, I must say.
Okay,
So where would you put it? Tone and overdrive wise, because both are like max now.
Yeah.
We're just gonna dime everything.
Yeah, what I want to do is, it's probably a little bit too much for me, so could we bring the tone back just a touch? That's it, and bring the overdrive back to say around about sort of 1-2 p.m, I think. So let's just try that. So
Now it sounds dark in comparison.
it does, doesn't it? Yeah, we need a bit of tone back on, don't we, I think?
I think with the humbuckers.
Yeah. That does sound nice. I'm just going to roll the volume back a little bit, so... And I'm going to go onto the bridge pickup. We'll try a little bit of that.
Bridge or neck?
Sorry, the neck pickup, sorry.
Your guitar is wired strangely. Cut up.
We're on the neck pickup now. That's sounding very nice, that. So if I just bring the volume up.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that at sort of gig volume? Flipping between the two pickups.
I think I might actually be able to see it on the 30th.
Possibly.
I know I said I didn't know much about tube screamers, and I don't, because I don't know much about guitar in general, let's be honest. But the few times that I've seen people talk about tube screamers, I always see this setting of like no overdrive,
Yep.
max level,
Yes.
and then tone to taste, especially to get like the John Mayer tones.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And then some people as well just talk about it putting in front of what's it called? An amp that is
on the edge of breakup.
On the edge of breakup.
Yes,
Those
that's
are
it.
the words. A bit quiet. Okay. And with it on.
That sounds nice. That so the overdrive is virtually sort of it's off almost. The tone is at 11 o'clock, and the level is importantly maxed out. So that's quite nice, subtle kind of tones, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, just
so,
very.
Yeah.
Doesn't make much of a difference in the.
Right.
It just
Yeah,
gets
it does,
a bit
doesn't
off.
It's warmed it up. It's just made it a bit more fuller.
Yeah.
That sounds nice. That.
No.
So while you're doing that, can I just change the overdrive?
Yeah, yeah.
While you're just playing there, so I'll bring the drive level up. I tell you what, I'm really impressed with that. So yeah, I mean, so we went around about sort of 2 o'clock on the overdrive there with the level maxed out, the tone around about 11.
I must say,
nice.
it doesn't have the most signal boost pedal. By this I mean it doesn't like change the volume dramatically, which for some people might not be great because they want the volume boost.
Yeah.
So if you want like to really highlight in terms of volume, it doesn't have loads of it.
Yeah.
It seems to me. But on the other hand, sometimes you don't want the volume.
That's right.
You just want the EQ shift.
Yeah, you just want to shape your tone, really, don't you? So okay, so can we just do that with the Les Paul? We've not done that yet, so we'll just we'll take that back to where it was. Levels maximum, tones where it was. So we'll have another go at that. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so I'm on the bridge pickup at the minute, so. Can you just turn the tone control over to around about, so that'll do.
These are very different pickups.
Does, doesn't it? Yeah. That sounds nice. We'll just try the net pickup. Oh yes, yes, yes.
There is something in there, isn't it?
I like that.
It's interesting because probably you wouldn't be able to have both tones of overdriven and cleaner boost in one song.
So that for me, if I was wanting, say for example, the David Gilmour, Another Brick in the Wall lead guitar tone from this guitar, so use the gold top with P90s on it, that is probably the setting I'd go for the. That is very nice. That is very nice. I like that. So brilliant.
CP90s?
Okay, so what I think we now need to do is put that through the dirty channel on both guitars. So we'll just isolate that. I shall just pop over to the amp. Right, okay guys, we're back on the blue Strat. We're in the dirty channel of the amp now, and edge of breakup, so sounds nice. Okay, so can we put the controls back to around about midday on all of those? That's it.
Midday. I always hear 12 o'clock, but you say midday.
That's it, yeah.
Which is also true.
So we're back at noon on all the controls, guys. Hey. Can you just switch the pedal off? 'Cause I think that's gone brighter. It has, hasn't it? Or is it? That's the evidence of the mid hump, isn't it? Right, it's sort of tightened it up a little bit, I think. Can you just switch it off again? On again.
You hear it's like all balanced. The highs are all sort of meant to be, but here.
Yeah. If we just knock that off again and yeah. Does sound nice. I think if you're in like the context of a band, I think that would cut through. Could we have a play around with the tone control?
Yeah. So let's go a bit darker now.
Yep. That's it.
And if it was the other...
And up to around about 3
Yes.
o'clock.
Becomes almost...
Oh, yeah, that's gone
That's
very
right.
bright. Yeah, it's quite harsh, that, isn't it? So we're back to around about sort of 10 o'clock. Just on net pickup.
Maybe a bit more, isn't it?
Yeah. Because the thing with these sort of bridge pickups on these is they can sound harsh. A lot of people roll them off under the tone, but we got it maxed out to 10 at the minute, just to illustrate how harsh it can be. So
The thing is, when we're playing at home, we often prefer the nice
yes,
warmness of the neck, but when playing live or in recording or to get the sound of the guitar really, sometimes it's the bridge pickup that ends up saving the day.
that's it. It is, yeah, and it's all about cutting through the mix. So
But the good thing, again, I'm not saying that the only value of playing guitar is when it's played live. When we're playing at home, it also has to sound pleasant and be
it has
enjoyable.
to sound good, doesn't it? So that's sounding pretty nice. That. So can we max the overdrive a bit more? Let's see what it offers us. So I think that's sounding. That is overdriven now.
And now back to max.
Yeah.
And if you do like just a little bit of overdrive,
Yeah.
now just at 10.
Yeah.
It handles the low notes really well, the low strings.
Yeah, it's quite nice that. So I'm just going to do a little bit on the net pickup. For me, on the net pickup, that's lost its what I would like out of a net pickup. It's not as transparent as it should be. That sounds better.
Just try now.
So if I just
Because basically, I guess when we are on a dirty channel and we have more level going into, it's going to
Yeah.
affect more
yes,
the gain staging
that's
of,
right.
of the chain than
Yeah.
when it's just on the clean and then it's just the overdrive sound going from the pedal into the clean amp. Here it's like affecting how the
Yeah.
amp reacts as we set it up.
It's certainly interesting. So we've got two different ways of using the pedal there. We've been on the net pickup there. We've done the bridge on this one. I've just backed off a little bit on the net pickup. So
There's that hollowness.
that's nice. That is nice. I like that. So in terms of the Les Paul, do you want to get
Yeah.
the Les Paul? We'll try that. Let's have a look at that one. So it's all about experimentation, guys. It's a bit of a long video, this, but hopefully you'll appreciate the differences between each guitar and the various ways in which we're using the actual tube screamer today. So, okay, are we all in?
So,
right.
Again, let's just see clean, just straight into the amp.
Okay, so I've just pulled the controls back to midday.
I only know a few riffs in my life.
Yeah.
So it's Kevin is making me play. I don't want to play. So with it on.
You see, for me that's sounding really nice, but in terms of now you've gone on to the net pickup, you'll find it's probably going to be a lot more thicker. Yeah. So the bits I'm picking up on that is it sounds great, but we've nowhere to go to in terms of high frequencies. So bring that tone round. That's it.
Well, I'll let you man the pedal if you wish.
Yeah. So just try that. Do you know what I'm getting there? I'm getting a nice little bit of the top end a little bit, but it's still got its thickness. It's still got its warmth there as well. It's just got that little bit of bite that we want. So yeah, try that on the net pickup. So.
As they
Yeah. So in terms of the net pickup, where I just put the tone control, which is now over at it's almost at max. How did you get on with that in terms of the vibe you were getting?
I think it still sounds pretty much like the guitar, so
Yeah.
it's not fixing, it's not adding anything to the sound of a guitar. It's not darkening too much or brightening. It does have options, but it does react differently to the humbuckers than to the single coils for sure.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting kind of thing, really.
It's no coincidence that most people that use tube screamers are Strat players, and maybe you're finding out why now.
That's it, you see. So yeah. For me at the minute, the Strat sounds great on it. It sounds great through the clean channel on the amp. Sounds great through the dirty channel. This is a different kettle of fish. It's already like a warm sounding guitar. We're trying to clean it up with it. Whereas the Strat, we're trying to make it a little bit more fuller, a little bit, but maintaining the highs.
Let me try something else.
Yep.
A different riff here that I remember that I know. No, it has that mid hump that's really pronounced. It makes it sound that on a Les Paul that already has that. That's why it's sort of a lead guitar in terms, because it does have that cutting characteristic. It's like highlighting it more.
Okay, so let's just switch it off. So in terms of, say for example, we'll take the overdrive back. We'll take the tone back to around about there. Level, we'll put that neutral. Just try that. What I want to see is what that sounds like now with it off, and then we'll put that on.
Cool.
In terms of... So put it on now. I'm still liking the sound it's producing. I've not heard a bad sound out of this pedal all day, really, and I think it's all down to it is quite a subtle pedal, isn't it? So, so have you got any sort of observations about it? Would you use one?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Would you? Yeah, yeah.
I don't. I use a Helix, so it's a digital solution, and I often either have a Tube Screamer or a clone, which is also a mid-humped Overdrive, because it just it cuts, and it's just such an iconic sound that it sort of harkens back to all the songs that you played. So and if they end up being somewhere in the rig here and there, although this one is quite different from the ones that I played digitally or like from More or from New X or other even more affordable alternatives, because again it doesn't have the volume boost that a lot of pedals automatically have.
I think you're right with that. So what I think we'll do, we'll cut to the next part of the show, guys, and what we'll do is we'll move the pedal across on the pedal board, and we'll put it through the effects loop and see if we can use it as a basically a volume boost, as a boost pedal, and see what that effect is. And we'll put a little bit of drive on it, just see what effect it has on the amplifier and what kind of response we get from it. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be back in a mo. Okay, guys, so what we've done is we've put the Tube Screamer into the effects loop. We're going to try and use it as a boost, a volume boost. So if you're going to do some lead guitar tones, it'll hopefully sort of give you a few decibels of increase there. So we'll just plug this one in. Do you want to plug yours in, or do you want to go for it?
By all means, go. You go.
Let's try that. Well, if you want to operate the pedal.
Yes.
Okay, so at the minute, we've got, say for example, try it on, so I can hear at the minute, the tone's changed, the level hasn't changed anything at the minute, so that's gone higher. That's it. So if you knock the pedal off a sec, that's it. Put the pedal back on. That's a noticeable increase in volume, isn't it? So. Ah, right. Okay. So.
I like it more there.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, can you just, I'll go on to the bridge pickup, so we'll try that again. So. Okay, so we just knock the pedal off and we'll see. And then put it on, that's it. So we've got a volume increase and it's warmed the tone of the actual guitar up. So in terms of overdrive, the overdrive's on 0, is it, in the minute? So we just put a little bit on.
Like 9, it's at 9. 11.
Yeah.
1. 3 p.m.
Well, I think, guys, what we just demonstrated there, if you can hear it in the video, we're getting a massive volume increase just by putting that pedal within the effects loop if your amplifier's got it. So it's a useful place to put that guitar if you want to use it for a volume boost to do your lead guitar breaks. You can also shape your tone. You can add further gain to it if you want to. At the minute, I can see why people like the Tube Screamer. I've missed out on it. I think it came out in '79, but I've missed out on all this. Well, I was 10 when it came out, far too young. And so far, that is a pedal that I can use in those 3 ways if I want to use it. But there's loads of overdrive pedals out there, guys. We've come to the Tube Screamer today because there's lots of people who haven't used it, albeit there's lots of people that have. And if this video's been of any use to you guys today, then drop us a comment below. Please like, share, and all the rest of it. And you know where we are. And for us, the Tube Screamer today, I've learnt loads. I really have. And it's what suits you, what you're going to use it for, how you're going to use it in whatever application. That's your choice. Amazingly popular pedal. So.
What I found out is that it works well with cleans.
Yeah.
And with an amp that is dirty.
Yeah.
It does have an overdrive sound, although it's not a distortion. It's a light overdrive, right? Quite transparent.
Yeah.
But if you leave it in one setting, you can change the amp settings and it will still do a job.
Right, with you. Yeah.
Before the amp, it changes the EQ more than increases the volume.
Yeah.
And on the effects return, it works great as a boost or a boost with a little bit of grit.
Yeah. That's it. That's exactly what we've established today. So, well, that's it for this edition of Gigs and Guitars. If you like this edition, please like, subscribe, tell your mates and all the rest of it. And we shall see you next time. And thanks for Raphael coming along today. And we'll see you very soon. Ta-ra!